You always got the first question, don't you?
I wait. Nobody else wants it. I'll take it. LeBron, what are your emotions right now? Dumbfounded, ticked off, embarrassed about tonight's performance?
I wouldn't go that far. Some pretty harsh words. I know we didn't play well. The third quarter was definitely one of the worst quarters we've had this year, offensively and defensively. When you look at the end of the day, it's a series that's tied 1-1 with two really good teams, and we're looking forward to Game 3.
LeBron, back right. I know you said your elbow is not bothering you, or it's bothering you, but you don't want to give any excuses for it. But to those of us watching you, it doesn't look like you've been quite the same player the last couple games, especially you being lethargic. Is it bothering you? Is it affecting your play? Because that's what it looks like to maybe some of us.
Well, for me, I'm going to go on and continue to try to be the player I am. And use this elbow as not an excuse. We'll never use it as an excuse, never use the injury as an excuse. And like I said before, if I'm on the court, we try to be productive as possible. I feel like tonight I was okay. But as a team, all of us were just okay. And that's why we got a loss tonight on our court.
LeBron, Coach Rivers said that he didn't make any adjustments on you this game. Did you feel that the Celtics got you out of a rhythm, and being the back-to-back MVP now, can they hold you down like they did tonight, back-to-back games?
Well, I think the MVP thing has nothing to do with it. I think a game plan is always intact for me when I go out on the basketball court, and I have to be able to read that defense. Tonight they did a great job of shrinking the floor, and they also did a great job of not leaving my point guard so he can get off also. We have to play a little bit better offensively next game. Understand the coverage they're in and try to react to them.
Back here on the left, LeBron, a little bit more about Mo. As you say, they stayed on him a little bit longer. So what kind of adjustments have to be made in that respect to get him freed up a little bit more for Game 3?
I think doing a better screening. We didn't screen the ball. Is great, like we did in Game 1. Allowing Mo to come off against bigs and either Rondo or Tony Allen just stayed on his hip all night. We have to find a way to get Mo free. Because he's really good off the dribble when he's catching shooting. He's also good coming off screen. So offensively, no one was in a good rhythm. So it was hard to just go to just one person to try to get him off because no one was in a good rhythm tonight. But we all play well as a team when Mo plays well. And I know he's looking forward to the next game.
LeBron, you're right. When Mike was in here earlier, he was more visibly upset probably than we've maybe ever seen him. And you seem to be a little calmer, and I'm just wondering why that is. And then secondly, isn't it all frustrating that you're in the Eastern Conference semifinals and your coach has to be screaming about a lack of urgency in Game 2?
Well, for me, there's no panic for me. I may handle it a different way than Mike may handle it, but this is a long series, and I understand that. I've been in these situations before, and I understand that you can be down 0-2, you can be up 2-0, you can be 1-1, but there's no panic button. At this point, I understand that, we may have to play with a little bit more sense of urgency, but for me to come up here and have my head low makes no sense. It's just two games, and the series is tied 1-1.
LeBron, would you say Mike overreacted a little bit then tonight?
I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to tell you how I feel. You guys have your own points of how you thought Mike feel, and I just feel a little different, but I'm not going to sit up here and say he maybe overreacted because I haven't seen the press conference.
LeBron, you mentioned you don't want to use it as an excuse, the elbow, but it looks like you're a little tentative. Do you think your teammates, often when you follow the leader, you play the way he does, and they're playing tentative as well? Is that a concern of yours?
I don't think so. I think I have to just adjust from game to game. I feel like they did make some adjustments, and I didn't react to them the best way, but I don't feel like I'm playing tentative. I was still able to get to the line 15 times, even with the case of his elbow. So, I just have to be more aggressive with the first initial and then figure it out.
LeBron James, Brian Kaiser from Calling Post newspaper. Let's talk about the defensive situations in the third quarter. What happened and what didn't happen for you?
I think all 5 guys that was on the court at one time wasn't communicating. We weren't in tune with one another in the game plan. It may have been times where 3 or the 5 guys, or 4 to 5 guys, or 2 of the 5 guys were on the same page. And when 5 guys at the same time are on the same page, things can break down. And that's exactly what happened. We had coverages that we wanted to go to. We had coverage that was in place, but everyone wasn't on the same page. And when you have that in the system, it breaks down very easily.
LeBron, I think you've taken 3 jumpers in the first half over the first 2 games. Are you at all reluctant to shoot a jumper because of the pain, or is it just a result of the way the game is being played?
It's just a result of the game that's being played. I mean, it's not. I'm not going out saying don't shoot no jumpers in the first half and shoot jumpers in the second half. I mean, I'm just playing the game, I'm living in the paint, just trying to be aggressive, and throughout the course of the game, I'm not trying to force anything. But it's not like you said, I'm going out and not shooting jumpers in the first half and then shooting jumpers in the second half.
LeBron, it's Ian Thompson, Sports Illustrated. Is it fair to say that your team hasn't played as well as it can over these playoffs except for Game 4 in Chicago, and that maybe you needed this kind of result to sort of put that in perspective as a team you need to
I
raise?
feel like no one said it was easy. The postseason isn't easy. I mean, the questions that I'm hearing right now is it's supposed to be easy for us, and we had the best regular season. We're at home, and it's supposed to be easy. I mean, it's the playoffs, and I mean, you're going to have losses, you're going to have bumps and bruises throughout the course of the series, and it's how you react to that next game. So that's why I'm sitting up here talking the way I'm talking, because I understand what the postseason is all about. For me, I'm focused on the next game.
Hey LeBron, how, if at all, did this MVP stuff over the last 2 days affect focus heading into tonight?
I don't think it affected focus. I think it's an unbelievable tribute to myself, to our team, to our franchise. I mean, it's great to have that. Sometimes you wish you could do it at another time, but it is what it is, and we knew it was coming once it was announced, and we still have to prepare for a game.
LeBron, down to the front, talk about going into Boston now. You've got 4 nights before Friday night, and you've got the onus now on the Cavs. You have to win a game there sometime this series. Just what will be the communication, the planning, the thinking between you and your teammates?
Well, I mean, that's we're going to use these 4 days as preparation and understand that we have to all be on the same page. We're absolutely going to watch film and see what we broke down, especially in that third quarter, and try to make it a conscious effort that we don't do that again because we've seen the results.
LeBron, you know what people were saying about Boston coming into the playoffs. They're old. They can't beat you guys, can't beat Orlando. Did you guys take them lightly at all, or have you been surprised by how well they played these 2 games?
We haven't at all. We watched them all first series against Miami, and not to one point did we come in this series underestimate them. You guys heard me talking all over the season about how I felt Boston was playing in their regular season, and a lot of people wrote them off, but I feel like they were just waiting for another challenge, and we're the case to be. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun series. We're still looking forward to going down to Boston and winning.